You might not like me for this one, but today's video is going to be all about how you chose your parents before coming to Earth. Your soul chose your parents before coming to Earth. Let's get into it now. So before coming to Earth, your soul chooses your environment, it chooses the family and friends that you're going to be around, and one of the most important things that you choose is your parents. Because your parents are going to be one of the biggest teachers for you as you incarnate into this life, if you choose to accept that. Now, something you might be saying is, I would never choose my parents. Maybe your parents inflicted trauma onto you. Maybe they gave you a horrible childhood. Whatever it is, maybe you just don't like them. Let me explain the process to you. So your soul chooses to incarnate on to Earth. Let's say that this is my best depiction of Earth. So you as a soul, you choose to come down and incarnate onto Earth. Now the reason that your soul chooses to incarnate onto Earth is a few reasons. But the main reason is to evolve. Because us as a soul we are just a light body. We are in a state where there are no emotions. There is just basically light and love. Now we choose as a soul to incarnate onto Earth and become a human because we want to be able to evolve, and a lot of what is part of that evolution is that the soul goes through the process of becoming a human being, because a human being is physical. And to go through the process of evolution as a soul, we have to come into physical form. And a giant reason that you incarnate as a soul into a human being is because we are going through an ascension process. We are going from third density consciousness to fourth density consciousness. Third density consciousness is consciousness of separation. We feel separate from others. Fourth density consciousness is unity and love. We feel connected with everything and everyone. And so what you do in the process of going from a soul to a human is you come into human form, because when you're in a physical body, what you are able to do is live as your soul. This is basically a playground where you are able to create in your soul's highest expression. So your soul wants to be able to see itself in its highest expression. When it is as a soul that is just a light body, it is not able to actually see itself as an expression. It's not able to see itself creating in the world. So you go into the physical body where you also have limitation. As a human being, you have limitation, and it's dense as a human being. So you incarnate as a human being to have limitation and then still be able to come into the world and give your soul to the world and actually be able to see. You're able to create a business. You're able to create life. You are able to create all these magical things in the world as a soul, which helps you go from third density consciousness to fourth density consciousness. So really what you're doing as a soul during this time is you are going through this ascension process. Now here's where the parents parts come in. So your soul, wanting to evolve its consciousness, it knows that in order to evolve its consciousness, it has to come into this realm and learn things and go through experiences that it hasn't gone through yet. So what you do is you choose your mom and your dad because you know that between the two of them, there is something for you to learn. This could mean that you work through their trauma that they were never able to heal from. It may mean that you overcome their limiting beliefs that they passed down to you. And it also might mean that you heal generational trauma. Because as a soul, this is what is going to help you evolve. So you choose the perfect duo, you choose the perfect parent structure so that you can go through all of this, so that your soul can evolve itself. It wants to learn, it wants to grow, and all of these things are what help it do that. And another thing is that between them, the trauma that they give to you is also another part of your evolution as a soul. When you take on this trauma, you go through the experiences that your parents give to you. You have these traumatic experiences and then you heal from them. That is what allows you to evolve as a soul even more. And now here's a really big, very important part of this. Remember that we are going from third density consciousness to fourth density consciousness. We are going from separation to love. And so in order to do this as a planet, something that we have to get rid of is generational trauma. So your parents are carrying this generational trauma from the past. It could come from your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, your great-great-great-great-grandparents, on and on and on. And you're carrying all this generational trauma that is within your parents, and they pass down to you. Now, here's the thing. There will be generations that are to come after you. This could be your kids. This could be future children that you're going to have. This could also just be, you might not even want to have children, but you are going to be interacting with the future generations to come. You might see a kid at a restaurant. And what you're going to have the opportunity to do is to not carry this generational trauma forward. So you chose your parents to heal this generational trauma. By you doing your healing work, what you're going to do is you're going to help heal your parents because it's natural, it's energetic. You have your parents' DNA within you. So when you heal, you also heal your parents energetically. And you are able to heal 7 generations behind you. So you heal this generation, this generation, this generation, this generation, this generation. And from your healing, what you're going to do is you're going to change the whole way that the future generations live. So now, moving forward, you are not going to take on all of this trauma. What you're going to do is you're going to set a whole new path. And moving forward, this is a path of love. And from this path of love, and you doing the healing work to find this love within yourself, what you get to do is you get to go from this third density consciousness to fourth density consciousness, and you get to pass this consciousness down to the future generations. You go through trauma, you go through heartbreaks, you go through all these things that are really hard to face. Then you go through your healing. This is a big part. You got to choose to heal. Then when you choose to heal from all of this, your soul gets to go from this third density consciousness to fourth density consciousness, and you help the entire planet, this is the planet, come into fourth density consciousness as a whole. So by you choosing your parents, you got to go through this whole process, which allows your soul to evolve and us as a planet go through our evolution. So one of the things that has helped me heal the absolute most in my life is that when I was growing up and when I was in my 20s, I held a lot of resentment and anger towards my parents. And I held a lot towards my mother specifically because I felt that she wasn't able to give me the love that I needed. However, what I was able to see over time is that If my parents were not exactly in the way that they were, I would not be here speaking with you. I ultimately got to a space where I was able to give forgiveness to my mom and my dad and just see them for who they truly were. Your parents may have given you a lot of trauma. They may have abused you. And by no means is anything that they did right. However, we have to see that if they weren't exactly the way that they were, we would not be who we are now. Now, you may look at yourself and say that I don't like who I am now. Well, you're exactly who you're meant to be right now, and it's up to you to accept that. And when you do your healing work, you will be able to find love within yourself. And when you're able to find that love within yourself, you can give love to your parents for seeing that they were exactly the way that they were to make you who you are now. And when you accept who you are now and you choose to accept the gifts and the power that you hold within yourself and know that all the traumas and all the heartbreaks that you went through were meant for you so that you could go through that, you could heal from it, you could evolve, and then from what you learned, that becomes your superpower. And you are able to go and help other people that have gone through the same things that you have and find love within themselves. So know that you chose your parents for a very specific reason and a very specific purpose. Honor that, take responsibility for it, and see that your soul made a powerful choice. And go forward with that intention that I am a powerful being that makes powerful choices. And I live from my higher self and my soul. And then bring your true self into the world, give forgiveness to those that have hurt you, specifically your parents, so that you can live in your soul's true essence. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to work on your nervous system and learn this ascension process even more, read the description down below. Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.